Okay, so now I'm going to show you some fabric choices that I have of what I would use and I would not use. This is an example of what I would not use for One Block Wonder. The spacing, there's just too much background color. I love the colors, but the print, you see the size, the print's not large enough. So even if I did small triangles, there's still going to be too much white, and most of the blocks would look exactly the same. There's not enough variation. That one I would not use. Here's another one. I love this fabric, love the colors, but there's just not enough variation. Every block would be blue. There would be, spots with yellow and green, spots with white, but almost every block would have too much blue in it, so it's going to be an all-around blue quilt. Not a good choice. These two fabrics I absolutely love, but again, they would not work either. They're too similar. The print's scale is probably too small, so this one you would have all the blocks again would be the same. They would all have red, they would all have the green, and they'd all have brown. Same with this one. They would all have the blue and they would all have brown, no matter how they're cut. Just not enough variety. This one I might use for One Block Wonder. It's pretty much a medium-sized print. It's not super huge, lots of color, but again, it's all brown background, so I'm not sure there's going to be enough variation. This might be one where I have to add a solid color in between, like I did on this quilt, where I added this green in between each of the blocks. So if I did that, I'd probably have to add like one of these lighter colors in between to break up the blocks. This one I think is going to make a really cool One Block Wonder. It has lots of colors in it, and it's a little bit of a larger print than the last one. There will be, even if I did like medium size, like 4-inch triangles, there'll be spots that are mostly like cream, mostly blue, mostly yellow. I think it'll lend well to a One Block Wonder. Again, it might not be okay, might not work out enough to have the hexagons together. They might have to be spaced out with maybe a brown triangle in between. Not quite sure. That I won't know until I get it cut. This one I think also might work well. It has lots of variation in colors, oranges, reds, greens. It's about a medium-sized print as well. Here's some scale, I'll show you. I think it'll work well because if I did like 3-inch triangles, we'll have some that are mostly red, mostly white, yellow, and orange. Again, this one I plan to probably have to put a green triangle in between the hexagons. I don't think it's going to have enough variety to have them all right next to each other, but no way of knowing until it's actually cut out. This one's my favorite. I think it's going to be a fabulous One Block Wonder. The print is so large scale that it lends to a bunch of different colors. So even if I did smaller triangles, like 3 inches, this one would be like, see, mainly blue, then we'd have mainly red and pink, spots that have, the background color. I just think this will lend to a bunch of different variety of hexagons, and this one would probably work well with the hexagons right next to each other. So I'm going to use this one to show you how to find a repeat as well. Repeat, you go by the fold of the fabric, the manufacturer fold. So what you do is you want to look for a spot on the fabric that's easily identifiable. So this, for me, I'm going to do with the dark purple. I'm going to go by this dark purple tip right here. You go along until you find the next spot right there, exact same. So I don't have my tape measure on me, but that's about 24 inches, I think. You would probably want to measure that at the store, and then you need 6 of that length because you need to have 6 stacks of the identical repeat of the pattern of the fabric. And then I usually get a yard or 2 extra. For the borders, you never know, you might have leftovers, you want to use it for something else, but definitely if you do hexagons, 6 repeats of the pattern, so it would be purple to purple.